Broadcast is
Boom! We
live.
are live, baby. What
That's
is
it.
up, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix. I am here with Dante's Rant Room and
What's up?
Dash Attack, dude. We are back with another episode.
What's up,
Okay,
guys?
and last week we ran into a little bit of trouble, but no worries. We got an even better show for you guys today, man. I'm so
Indeed.
excited.
Yeah.
I'm hyped up with like this week, man. This week brought in so much to talk about. Not much to talk about. And I've been playing Hi-Fi Rush, which by the way, it's it's competed with a little with some other game from Square Enix that everybody's been talking about. And we're gonna get into that right now. So guys, you guys got anything to say to the crowd?
Oh no, let's get this
I'm
started,
good.
man. I'm kind of amped to get this started.
Yeah.
Oh man, let me share my
Let's
screen.
dive
Actually.
right in.
Let me share my screen. Where is it? Okay. See, share audio if there's any audio. Okay, yeah. Okay. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
All right. So here are dual shockers, man. So first of all, what I like to say is that I've actually been playing. Okay, I've been playing Hi-Fi Rush for the past like 3 days. I've been streaming it on my channel. If you guys want, I'm gonna be streaming it again probably tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to see me beat the game? Go on and tune into Andy Matrix for live streaming the game. And it turns out I didn't even see any advertising for this game. I didn't see a trailer for this game. I didn't even see like
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't-
it's crazy that this game was just dropped out of nowhere. When it dropped, I was like, wait, what game is this? I've never heard of it. I didn't see
Right?
any advertisement. I didn't see anything.
I didn't hear
Crazy.
people talking about it.
Nothing.
Apparently, it was a real stealth release. Even
A
though,
stealth release.
even though it's apparently got like someone who's worked on Devil May Cry games, like as the development, and watching some of the gameplay, it does show like the upgrade system, the hack and slash.
Yeah, I can see that. And I was gonna say that too. When I was watching Andy's game, I was like, it reminds me so much of Devil May Cry. And I in case you guys don't know, I'm a huge mega Devil May Cry fan. It's like the only game I play on repeat other than Doom. And I saw it, I was like, I want to play this game just so I can get the Devil May Cry feel. and I think I will. I've been watching Andy's streams, dude. Your gameplays are pretty cool. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
And the reason why I decided to buy this game is because I think it was Vera Dark was the first one that I saw talking about it. She said Hi-Fi Rush outperforms Forspoken in sales, and I'm like, what the heck is Hi-Fi Rush? Is that a band?
It does sound like
Right?
a band.
Well,
And then I went to check out the trailer, and I'm like, wow, this actually looks very PlayStation 2, like it kind of gave me that old gaming feel from the 2000s, and a little bit of Kingdom Hearts with the gameplay, the button tapping. And I'm like, all right, let me give it a try. It was only $30. $30, man.
That's the other thing. The price, like Forspoken, is $70 on both PC and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But I mean, think about this. Hi-Fi Rush, no advertisement. Forspoken, it's being advertised since like 2019. Since 2019.
Oh yeah,
right, since the pandemic.
heavily advertised.
Heavily advertised.
Yeah, and Hi-Fi Rush beat the crap out of it in sales. What does that tell you?
That says a lot, man.
It tells me it tells me graphics aren't everything. That like passion.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
passion. You need passion. You need art direction. You need and I think like all the things I've seen of Forspoken, like people criticize the writing. People criticize just the empty open world. And
yeah, what is the open world about? Like, it's just there's nothing there. It's just like fields. It's just like emptiness.
And I've seen the gameplay. Like I've seen like the main character. I think her name is Freya or something, and she fights some of the bad guys. The lack of like, I don't know, like movement from the bad guys when she slashes them and hits them. It's like the weirdest thing ever. It's like,
she was fighting a boss on a bridge, and the boss doesn't chase her. The person's able to just run slash, and the boss can't catch up to her at all. And
Like-
in fact, the boss will start like ignoring her after she's like a few feet away.
Oh, that sucks. You see, that sucks. And you know what, man? It's like, I'm not doubting the game is fun. I'm sure it's fun, but it's not $70 fun. Maybe 35 $30
Hi-Fi
of
Rush.
fun. Maybe.
Hi-Fi Rush should have been $70 on it. I would have paid $70 for Hi-Fi Rush. Now that I
Really?
think about it, after playing it, hell yeah. After playing it, Jesus Christ! I'm like, how come nobody's talking about this one? You know,
apparently people are talking about it now. People
Oh, yeah,
are
they
talking
are.
about it.
oh man,
I've seen you stream it. I've seen a few other people like on TikTok. They are streaming it as well.
You're on TikTok?
Yeah, I have a TikTok. Yeah, I don't really use it as much. I just kind of just watch like videos and stuff. I have a small following there, but I don't really use it as much, honestly.
I stopped using TikTok because like I don't know. I wasn't getting
I've
a lot
never
of
used
traction there.
never used TikTok. I'm fine with I just do YouTube Shorts.
Like,
I had one that just blew up today, and I got like almost like, I lost a few because that's how but I got a ton of subscribers from just one YouTube short.
Yeah, I saw you got like maybe like eight subscribers from your short. It was a pretty good short. It was actually pretty funny. I actually
Which
enjoyed
one is it?
Oh yeah,
Because-
I took the new Flash Kids Zoomer Sonic video, and I just I added some slides to it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually enjoyed your short. But
Oh, thanks.
yeah, Forspoken has been a mess since release. Like I said before, to anyone who's listening to this video, I'm not saying the game is not completely fun. I'm just saying it ain't no damn $70 worth of fun. You know what I'm saying? For example, like Gotham Knights. I enjoyed the game a lot. I bought it when it released. Now, is it worth $70? Hell no. It should have been at least $35. The game is not that great. Is it fun to play if you're bored? Yeah, if you have a partner, sure. But that's how I feel about Forspoken. And then at some point, Forspoken became kind of politicized due to certain content creators being upset about not getting paid because they're black to review the game and stuff like that.
Man.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was a video.
The entitlement.
Yeah, it was like a few videos. I think it was like one or two videos where it was like Square Enix reached out to them because they have a decent sized platform on Twitch or something, and she wanted them to pay her more to review and play the game, despite the fact that she didn't like the game anyway. But she was willing to play the game and review it anyway for more money. But then when Square Enix refused to pay up and adding up the money, she went full blown crazy. It's like it's messed up. It's a game. The game is focused on black people, so why should not get paid more? I'm like, it's not focused on you, bruh.
It's about her. I mean, like, why should Square Enix pay you for a review? Like, you can get the game early and boost your following. That's the trade-off.
That's the trade-off. Exactly. I totally agree. Like, you get some kind of recognition and you get some kind of internet fame, but that's about it. So she went on a tantrum and went crazy about it. And I was like, see, when you politicize it, oh yeah. Then she was like, yeah, it's messed up because the game dropped a week before Black History Month. It's not fair. The black creators, I was like, bruh, okay. See?
It didn't drop exactly on Black History Month. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was like, you should have, because it dropped a week before Black History Month, it should have been like a thing for black people. And I was like, you know what? If I didn't want to play it before, if I did want to play it before, now I don't want to play it at all. I was like,
would it really make a difference if it was released?
I remember when Black History Month was just something like in school, and now like they're trying to turn it into Pride Month. It's like, it's like, no, like, it's fine. I have nothing against Black History Month. I actually think it's kind of cool. But like, the corporations, they just.
Right. I feel as though like the game has nothing to do with Black History Month or black creators or black people. It's a game about a black character. It's that simple.
It's a
they
game
made it into something
made
it's
by
not.
Japanese people, written by a white guy.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, Jesus H. Christ, it's not that big of a deal. Like, calm down, folks. Jesus H. Christ. But But
Hey guys, I'd like to show you some dialogue from Forspoken. I don't know if you've guys heard it already. Some dialogue. It's just like a minute.
I'm sure.
Yeah, let's. It's a freaking ad here. Hold on. All right, listen to this.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I remember this.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
And our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking
Wow.
That's
I got nothing.
Yeah.
But here's another one. One more.
dialogue-
Hold on.
Oh.
I got one more. Wait.
In Forspoken is cringe.
Destruction and corruption are forms of creation in themselves.
mind. Wow. You sound like a serial killer.
What?
What?
Destruction and corruption are beautiful forms of creation in themselves.
I don't sound like that.
You absolutely sound like that.
I know you absolutely sound like that. Yeah, see? Two can play that game.
You're fucking stupid.
Ugh.
Oh God. Okay. You know what?
she sounds so unlikable, right?
Oh God. You know what?
She's in a fantasy world, and then she's kind of ripping on the tropes. I get it, but it's not well executed at all.
Right. You know what? And to be fair, I know there are a lot of games that have cringe dialogue. It just like Dash just said, it just wasn't executed well. And people don't understand this about gaming. It's like you could like a game and still like think it kind of sucks. Like you can like a game that I play Forspoken is great, but the dialogue is also trash. It could be a lot better. It's like for me, I played Devil May Cry 5 and I loved the game, but I went in on Dante's breathing in the game because it was just horrid. It irked my nerves every 2 seconds. And I love Dante. I was like, bro, whoever Ruben Langdon voiced him, I was like, dude, I don't know if you were just getting older or you just breathing wasn't on point, but I was like, dude, you're huffing and puffing every 2 seconds. Pissed me off the entire game. And I love the Devil May Cry franchise. So people got to understand something. You can love it, but also criticize it. It's okay.
5 was amazing.
Oh, I loved it. I beat that game like 5 times. I in love with that game. I beat part 3 like 30 times. I'm obsessed with the Devil May Cry franchise. That's why part 5 was like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? Stop breathing so hard, dude. Stop it. Pissing me off.
All right, so Forspoken. There was actually more cringy dialogue, but it seems like throughout the game, that's how it is.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I don't know. It's just the turn of events. A game with no advertisement does way better than this one. It's just the turn of events is just absolutely mind blowing.
It is actually very interesting.
Yeah. No, that boss. I watched you play last night. The one where you have to counter. That was really really
Corsica.
good.
Corsica.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was the best fight I think I've had in gaming in the longest time. Like it's like basically you have to block each of her blows, and you have to do it with rhythm because it's like a rhythm battle game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to dodge it, and you have to dodge block, and if you do it successfully, you bring down her HP. That was so intense. I haven't played a game that has given me that. I think the last one was I don't know I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't know, but it's the gameplay in Hi-Fi Rush is it's so good, man. It's so much fun, and it's just like it brings you back to something like I think like Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Daxter, some of the PlayStation 2 games, Kingdom Hearts 2 from back then. It's just an all-around fun, man. And I was surprised. I thought this was a Sony game, but this is from Bethesda. It's from Bethesda Microsoft, basically. All right, so you guys ready for the next topic?
Sure.
All right. I wanna leave this one to Dante. Hold on. Let me screen share. Let me screen share Dante. You know all about this one. Where is it?
Oh, yeah.
The voice actor.
The voice actor. Yeah, guys. This one I actually discussed this on my videos today on my channel. This one it's just the weirdest thing ever, guys. It's like, okay. Western voice actors accused Crunchyroll of bigotry for casting white actress as Salida in the English dub of Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury. Now, the whole point of this is like the voice actor colleagues are upset that they gave the role of Salida to a white woman. That's the gist of it. And I'm like,
Wait,
bro,
isn't the character white though?
Yeah, she looks pretty white to me.
I don't know. Just the character's right there on your screen. It's her. I don't know if she's tan or brown. You know how anime gets. It's like, oh, she's actually
Maybe a
really white,
redhead?
but she's tan, or she's brown. I don't know. But like either way, whether she's white, black, Asian, yellow, purple, I don't give a damn. The point is, anyone can voice any character because I'm not seeing the voice actor's face. You know, I don't care what you look like behind the screen. I care about the character, the anime character. So they're ragging on this poor, helpless white lady because being white is evil. How dare you be white? You know, I'm like, guys, it's not. What's the big deal? Like we have, for example, Phil Lamar, an amazing voice actor. He's in a plethora of projects, from Futurama to Pop-Up Girls to, of course, you name it, Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is voice acted by a black man, right? No one cared about that, right? They thought back in the day, as long as you were talented and you were good enough for that role, that's all that mattered. And that's why it bothers me like this, like right now, there's this weird push to segregate voice acting. Black roles got to go to anyone that looks black in anime. If you're not black, if your character is tan, like Nagatoro is not black, she's tan, but it's got to be voiced by a black person. You know, it's like what?
Yeah,
why?
I remember like the Xander, that guy who does the Smash Brothers thing. Like, you know, he was like, you know, defending the Cleveland voice actor's decision to step down from the role, and like, you know, I tried to tell him that, like, you know, if this standard becomes the thing in you know, for Japanese anime dubbing, then like this could like screw like, you know, people like you out of like work.
Right? Exactly.
Hey, somebody says something in the comments. The Fierce Apathetic Black Queen says, "Look at Berserk Casca. She's black. Who's voiced by
A white woman, I think. Right?
Yeah. No, actually, I think that in the 1997 in the 1997 Berserk, I think it was actually a black lady that voiced Casca, but then after that, I think it was a white woman.
Yeah, well, the animated movies, from what I understand, is a lot better than the 90s. Though I could be wrong about that. I haven't seen the 90s.
I mean,
Berserk anime.
The animation is better, but I think the one from the 90s was more
it's
more
a shame
true to the.
It's a shame that new one that adapts the later arcs wasn't such a big hit. The CGI one.
Oh my god, the CGI is horrible.
It's
Good
pretty
God.
bad. That's why I didn't watch it. I was like, oh god, what is going on here?
You know, I mean, like, it's one of the most popular. Like, it's also one of the most hardcore manga ever written.
Yeah, it is.
By the way, who was that guy? The voice actor for it was like a voice actor for
Chad
Bleach.
from Bleach, right? So I compared it to this article, which is basically the exact same thing. The voice actor for Bleach, Chad, stepped down from his role as Chad because the previous voice actor is white, and Chad, obviously, in the anime, I think he's like Spanish and
He's
Japanese, Mexican and Japanese, I believe. So he was just like, well, I'm not Mexican and Japanese. I'm going to step down. The role should be for people of color. Like,
What
bro,
the heck? But hold on a second. Wait a minute. Like, because the character in Bleach is Mexican Japanese, right?
Yes.
So okay, so in the real world, there's people that are also mixed. Like, you could be like, you know, African, Caucasian, or in many cases, if you go on YouTube, also you see a lot of documentaries of African Japanese people. Like they actually exist. There's in Japan they call them hafu. Hafu means like half. Yeah, so there's half Japanese, half black people living in Japan. It's happened, and there's a lot of them now. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's really weird when you say something.
I
like,
think
oh,
it's a dumb standard. Like I get the sentiment, but it is like dumb, and like the fact that they want to implement it like so quickly, and especially on an industry like with anime where you can have like so many like characters.
Mhm.
Like I think what happened is it's because like a lot of anime voice actors want to keep up and want to move on to Hollywood. I think
I can see that.
yeah, so like Hollywood has been pushing this in like the American stuff with voice acting, like oh my god, I can't wait for Invincible to come back. But like Invincible's voice actor is he's Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
isn't the main
matches
character Asian?
Yeah.
Yeah, half Asian.
Wait, so is the voice actor also half Asian?
I don't know.
I think the voice actor is actually full Asian. That's not that you mentioned it. Yeah, I mean, they
how
jacked up
accurate
on
do we
that
have to
already.
be
Like,
here?
what are we doing here, guys? You got to get in half Korean or Japanese guy to play the role.
Oh man, that's too complicated. Oh man,
I want to have
that's
alien, half Japanese guy playing that role right away.
Oh.
This guy's playing with me today.
I mean, this could get really, really crazy if you like go into its full logical like.
I know, like what?
So in the chat, somebody said this is 1950s segregation. That's true. That's basically true.
It really is. Like it makes no sense. Like I don't think anyone has ever said, "Oh my God, I want to see Naruto being played only by Asian people." No one's cared. No one's ever
Especially
cared back
ladies,
then.
especially a woman.
You want to know what was really cool? Yeah, Paul St. Peter. When I went to the anime convention and I met him, like first panel, he actually did talk about when he did voice black characters and like why he was cast in that role. Like for one of them, they needed like someone who could do a blend of Spanish and Texan accents.
Okay.
So they picked him for that character.
So basically,
like,
talent.
Yeah.
There we go. That is it. It's all about the talent. What can you do for me and for this character for people to enjoy the character on screen? That is literally all that should matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you look like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like, can you imagine if they said, well, all these characters are male, but why do they have females voice acting males? Because in Japan, a lot of the characters on screen
are voiced
by women. They're not voiced by
men.
Goku.
Yeah,
Naruto's voiced by a woman
Naruto,
in America.
Yeah, exactly. See, so what do they say? Well, why is Naruto being voiced by a woman? Naruto's obviously a man.
Well, I've always been told that like women voice characters like Bart Simpson and Naruto because they can do the adolescent voice. But of course, like then Naruto got older, but then like she still kept the role, which is
exactly.
Cool. And I'm fine with that.
Oh, Sun Tzu said Bobby Hill is voiced by a woman. Facts. Also very true.
Wow.
Yes, it's very true.
You guys watch the Rugrats?
Because that sounds like a dude.
Oh, Rugrats. Yes.
Yeah, remember Rugrats? Tommy's voiced by a woman.
Yes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You also, if you watch the Boondocks, right? The two little kids are voiced by a woman. What's going on here?
Oh, I know.
Wait,
Tails.
Riley?
Tails is
Riley and
voiced
Huey are voiced by a woman.
Currently.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
actually, yeah, in both the her game and movie voice actress, and then they got Rainbow Dash from My Little Pony, like her actress, who I've met actually. I have her autograph somewhere.
Oh really?
They have her playing Tails in the new Netflix show.
Oh, okay. You see, that's why it's like it's just the weirdest thing. They want to nitpick what they want to be offended and triggered by. Oh my God, is white lady playing a tan person? Oh my God, federal offense, federal crimes, war crimes.
I have an even a darker motive than that. They just want to screw someone else out of a role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I said straight up. I said, man, listen, straight up. If I was that lady, I'm like, listen, y'all not gonna take my check out of my pocket. I'm doing this role. Be mad all he wants.
But you know what it is also? Like the reason why it's segregation is because I could understand if we were back in the 1950s, like this kind of would have made sense, right? But now
Mm-hmm.
in a world where you have like people mixing and having babies of like all different types, different,
Mm-hmm.
half of this, half of that, half
Right.
Latino, half Asian,
Mm-hmm.
half, half European, half Japanese, right? And
Yep.
then you want to push this idea that, oh, well, we shouldn't like voice act, people that don't look like us or are not of the same ethnicity. it
Mm-hmm.
it is it's counter. It's very, it goes against
I
what's
mean,
actually
It's
happening.
counterproductive.
Yeah,
Very
and
because
especially since
everybody is mixed now. Everybody's mixed.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Most
like
people.
Carl. I mean, like Carl Esposito has voiced a few white characters, and like he plays Lex Luthor in the Harley Quinn show, and he's also because he only takes villain roles. He's so awesome.
He's great. He is a great actor. Not gonna lie, he's good.
Yeah, it's and he was the bad guy in the Cyberpunk anime.
Oh
yes, he
yeah.
was. Yes, he
In
was.
the English dub, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah.
he came from Breaking Bad, man. That's the series that made him, bro.
Yeah.
wow, yeah.
That's a great show too.
I
Very
still need
epic.
to watch it. Then I still need to watch that and Soul.
Oh yeah, Better Call Saul. Great show.
I didn't watch Better Call Saul. Is that any good?
It's good.
I hear it's
recommend
great.
it. It's good. Watch it.
All
But
right,
yeah,
but guys,
that
go
was
ahead.
at the topic. That was my topic. Yeah.
All right, so I had a lot of fun talking about that one just now. I want to move over to another one that I've been itching to talk about this one because it has to do with Hollywood and basically what it says it's the president of Sony Pictures Television.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
This lady named Catherine Pope. Let me bring it up. Hold on. Catherine Pope is her name. Here we go. All right, so here we're still abounding into comics and websites. It says president of Sony Pictures Television Studios, Catherine Pope, admits Hollywood continues shows that couldn't possibly make a bottom line because they are relevant, quote unquote.
Oh
Right?
God.
Check this out. It says president of Sony Pictures Television Studios, Catherine Pope, recently admitted that Hollywood studios do indeed prop up shows that are money losers if they are deemed relevant.
Wow.
Now, I mean, they have Cobra Kai here, but I mean, I don't know
that's
why
a bad example. That is a bad
that's
example.
a bad example. I don't know why they put Cobra Kai here. That's a really good show. So season 6 coming up soon. But where is it? I highlighted the areas. Okay. So it says in a recent interview with Deadline, Pope confirmed that many critics of modern woke Hollywood movies have been saying for years that major Hollywood studios are eating large losses in order to indoctrinate viewers with woke messaging, right? And then it says, when asked whether or not Sony not having its own streaming service makes the studio vulnerable among networks cutting their programming, Pope answered, I think this slim down is hitting everyone, and I think is forcing all of us to raise our game. I don't feel like we're particularly vulnerable. Wait, this is stupid ad here. She says something else that was really, where is it? Okay, here we go. It says, not only did Pope reveal that Hollywood studios do indeed eat losses in order to push programming they deem relevant, quote unquote, but she also discussed Sony's plan when it comes to developing IPs. Listen to this. Listen closely. It says, when asked what her favorite IP was, she noted, that's always the challenge with adapting IP. I think people somehow think it's an easier job to develop IP, but in many ways it's harder than coming up with an original idea because you have to know what is core, the most incredibly foundational pieces of the source material. So they just proved that they don't like working on original, for basically coming up with ideas from nowhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's true. Original ideas are hard. That's why, like, adaptations, like they are the go-to nowadays because because these companies are so risk adverse.
But it just shows that these guys are just lazy. That's all.
Let me
it
ask
feels
you
to me.
True,
Like,
that
what-
too.
if you really wanted to like make more money, and I'd rather just work on creating new stuff than taking
Yeah.
old stuff and bringing it back and
Yes.
revamping it or whatever, rebranding it. It's just laziness to me.
I mean, that's why I really liked Tomorrow War. Like, yeah, it has ideas from like other movies, but like it was still like its own original idea. And I do believe they're going to make a sequel because it did so well on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that was the Chris Pratt movie?
Yeah, that was that Chris Pratt movie
that
where
was
he
a
goes
great
back into the
movie.
future.
Yeah, it's a great.
Yeah, that was
freaking
really
movie.
good.
I
Now,
want to ask
people
you guys a
shitting on that
question.
movie. Oh, go ahead, man.
I want to ask you guys a question because this is what George Lucas said. Because even George Lucas admitted like Hollywood doesn't like original ideas.
Oh yeah,
they
he
just
knows
want to
that
work
better
off.
than anyone.
Now, so George Lucas said, Star Wars came out of nowhere, right?
Mhm.
American Graffiti, which is another movie that he worked on, came out of nowhere, and then a whole bunch of other movies like I think it was Star Trek came out of nowhere. I don't know if it's based off of anything. No, Lord of the Rings is based off a book, right?
Yeah.
But there's been so many other movies that just poof came out of just somebody's mind. It did not come out from a comic book. It did not come from a novel. Just original ideas, right?
Mhm.
So, basically, she just admitted that they don't like to work on original ideas because it's much harder. But that's where the money's at. For God's
Yeah.
sakes.
Yeah, I think people would really like some original ideas because sometimes and also
look at all these
especially
superhero
like for
movies.
every bad adaptation people become less enthusiastic when they find out like your favorite thing's getting like an adaptation which I think we'll go into like one of the topics you want to cover. I won't spoil it.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
mhm.
for example, like to touch on what you just said, it kind of reminds me of the whole Velma thing. Like,
Oh yeah,
they could have
perfect
made
example.
they could have made a whole new show,
Oh boy.
a whole new
Oh,
series, or
boy.
whatever the case is, but they wanted to steal the Scooby-Doo franchise, the Scooby-Doo everything, and then they ruined it. Like, yeah, instead of making a whole new idea, guys, let's just take Scooby-Doo and do whatever we want, and then ruined it. They completely
You know who
ruined
was
it.
talking about that? I think Yellow Flash was talking about that, and apparently, like what Mindy Kaling, the lady that produced it,
Mhm.
right? Because you can tell she has no interest. She's not a fan of freaking Scooby Doo, right?
No, she's not.
no.
But what happens is that people like Mindy Kaling or Seth Rogen, they go up to the whoever has who owns the companies, right? They go
Mhm.
up to them and say, hey, I want to be a producer of something, what can I do? They give them a list that like, Yellow Flash was talking about them. They give them a list of intellectual properties of IPs. They say, hey, pick one of these, and then we'll do a remake of one of these shows or a spinoff, right? And they just go through a list of franchises, Scooby Doo, fucking Rugrats or whatever,
Yeah,
from all these
exactly.
companies,
Mhm.
and then Mindy Kaling is like, oh well, what about Scooby Doo? The kids like that.
Mhm.
I don't know. Can we make like a spin-off of that, for the new generation? And
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
that's basically how they do it.
Complete and utter laziness. Just like look at the live action Pop-Up Girls that we never got from the CW.
Oh, that script was. Oh
It was
my god, that would have been a
trash.
beautiful trash fire.
That would have been a complete and utter freaking disaster. But that even goes to laziness. Like, why take an already established show that people love, the kids love, adults love it, and then turn it into some extremely cringe-worthy teen Riverdale show? Like, bro, what are we doing, guys? Create new shows.
I saw that, man. Oh my god.
Oh my
that was
God.
like that. It looked bootleg. It looked like, what that reminded me of? That the Papa Girls live action. You ever ran into, I mean, this kind of like graphic, but you ever seen those memes where it's like, oh, I think I found the wrong Scooby Doo movie, and it's like a porno.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
That's what that reminds me of.
That's
It's
exactly.
like,
what
oh
it was,
look, I think
basically.
I downloaded the wrong like Powerpuff Girls movie.
Yeah, and they turned them into they're not even recognizable. Just reading the script alone, they were like, it's like this is not Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup that we grew up with. What the heck is this?
because they're not trashy. Like the characters in that script were trashy.
extremely trashy. Like, oh my god, let's turn them into thoughts. Yeah. They,
Oh my
they
God.
want to see that. They want to see their girls become thotties. Like, bro, what? No one asked for this. No one cares. And when it flops, it's like, you don't want to see women succeed. No, we hate seeing trash on our screen. Don't waste our time. We got things to do.
Even girls don't want to see that,
Exactly.
You know what? You want to know how you reboot a series? You do it like Wednesday. You know, an entirely new show while also borrowing the dark comedy aspects of the Addams Family and actually not shitting on the Addams Family. And actually like expanding and making their own thing with it.
I was actually very surprised and impressed about how well that show did. I was like, okay, I binged the show in one day. It was that good. I mean, there's something that I like about it that was cringe, but I
watched the whole thing twice.
Yeah, some of it's for cringe. They're probably for the younger kids. But
I would say I'd highly recommend that show. It's a great. I can't wait for season 2.
That's going to be great.
Yeah. Now, me personally, I basically consume anything that's kind of gothic. I like shows like that, like with gothic people. It's just really fun.
Gothic stuff is really cool.
Yeah. And I ate the whole show in one day, and then Wednesday Adam is such an amazing character. She's the what's the word? I guess the epitome of being introverted.
Yeah.
Like if you're an introverted guy like me, looking at her, it's like, oh my goodness. I see why a lot of people fucking love this show. And then it had like a Harry Potter element too, like the school with all the people.
Yeah, the school was a great touch. I gotta admit. The school was a great touch.
I liked it. Yeah, the school, like I loved all the twists. Like there were so many freaking twists with that show.
Yeah.
The whole mystery angle really worked.
Oh yeah, at the core of Wednesday, it's actually a mystery, a murder mystery. Yeah, and everybody loves a murder mystery. But so here, so the lady basically goes on. Oh, she talks about how the upcoming live action God of War movie, they're working on that. She talks about that. What do you guys think about a live action God of War? Because I kind of see that working.
They better get a Greek guy to play it. Better not be nobody else. No other race can play him. Just saying.
Well, they some people floated that maybe just get Christopher. They want Christopher Judge himself to play live action Kratos.
What, a black man? I'm just joking.
Well, no, because he plays him in the game.
I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
Christopher Judge is a great actor. Like if you ever watched Stargate, which is where Stargate. I think that's probably where he got his big start was Stargate.
He was in something else too. I've seen him from something else. I just can't put my finger on it. Now I gotta Google this stuff. I need to know where he's from.
Yeah. So I would like to see a God of War live action movie. But I think finding an actor that's as muscular as Kratos, maybe another Arnold.
I know, like they're jumping straight to the PS4 games and skipping the Greek arc.
Oh no, man!
Oh,
really?
What?
Yeah,
that's stupid.
Oh well, so they're not gonna do the Greek of the
they're basically skipping most of his story.
They're
gonna have to like do it in flashback or something. But then then they'll have half. They'll jump. They'll do this stupid thing that modern shows do, where they jump between timelines.
Yeah. That kind of sucks.
Like it was confusing when Westworld did it, and then every show started doing it.
Also, they're gonna make what do you call it? Gears of War movie, not live action show. Sorry.
Yeah, as someone who's never really been a Gears fan, I might actually enjoy that.
Yeah, it can't be that bad. I mean, I play the games. I love the games, so I won't say I'm looking forward to it because live actions aren't so great, but we'll see what they do with this. We'll see.
Yeah. So how deep is the lore for I don't know, Gears of War? I know like there's these like plant people that live in the ground and they came up and they killed everyone.
Oh, it's really extensive, man. You can't even discuss on this live because we go on forever.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Now I want to move on to basically what we came here to talk about. Where is it? No, shoot. Where's the? It was about
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
the One Piece. One Piece.
Oh yeah, the One Piece, like the Deadline.com. That's the one you
It's
said.
Deadline.com. Right above.
Oh yeah,
the,
yeah. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Here's what we came to talk about tonight. All right. Deadline.com. One Piece Netflix live action pirate adventure series unveils first look at key art of the cast. So here, of course, we have Luffy, right? We got Luffy. We already saw the actor. You guys already saw the actor. He's basically this Mexican dude. And then, of course, we have the whole cast here.
Yeah.
See if I can zoom this in.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get it kind of does look like them from the back.
Yeah. Although, like I think doesn't Sanji look a little muscular, maybe?
Yeah.
He's
A little
supposed to be
muscular.
kind of thin.
I don't think they'll get everything like exactly. You know.
Yeah.
It's like
And
they're
then
not gonna have Nami with fucking massive
Jugs.
mommy milkers. You know.
Not gonna have it with Jugs.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then who else? I think Solo's gonna be there. But by the way, does the bow actually look like that in One Piece? It has like a goat up front, right?
I think it does look like that. I need to. Yeah, I think it does look like that. I'm not the biggest One Piece guy. I barely watch the anime. I got to get back into it. But from my recollection, I think it does.
Some people were saying that the goat head in the front of the boat looks like a satanic symbol or something.
Oh,
no, I think that's just some conspiratorial stuff. I think it's just a silly goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen. I have seen Netflix fail on live action adaptations a few times. Listen, I make a lot of videos, and when I talk about One Piece, it's where I get the most backlash because people are like, "Well, you gotta give it a chance. You gotta like, bro, you've given Netflix a chance before, and they failed. So excuse me if I'm a little hesitant to believe that they'll get it right this time."
Yeah,
right?
this is why right here.
Exactly.
I mean, like, not to get they had like that whole incident on Twitter where the guy was like already like politicizing it before the show even came out.
Exactly. Comparing Monkey D. Luffy to Kamala D. Harris, like, bro, what are we even doing here?
Oh yeah,
I hate it when they do that.
Some bad guy, he posted a picture of the orange one.
Yeah, the orange, the name that should not be mentioned here because
he who must not be named.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it was just like, I think like he got a lot of like flack for it because it was just lame and lazy like comparisons.
Oh yeah, I made a video about that too when it first came out. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you don't want to politicize this show. Like, leave your American politics out of this Japanese entertainment.
I know, right?
Leave it alone. Stop it.
It could be amazing. Like, it would be kind of amazing if it is actually good and well received. But I don't know. For one, it's an anime manga series with no ending where they're supposed to be looking for this treasure.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, they're still looking 1,000 chapters later.
Yeah. Like, bro, we're still looking for One Piece. The manga's not over. The anime is not over. So what could they possibly do with this live action show? How far are they going to go with this? Like, I feel
have a question.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can answer. Like, what the heck is One Piece about? What is One Piece? It's a treasure, right?
Isn't it's a treasure. Yeah.
Because
like,
I watched
the 4Kids thing. He said, like, I left all my belongings in one piece.
Yeah. So I just assumed it was treasure, but I don't know what the hell One Piece is. I could be wrong on the treasure thing.
Because from the very beginning, it was, the intro of One Piece says, I left all my treasure in one piece. And then everybody's like on the red line to go find the treasure. But it's like they never freaking found it. And they were 1,000 episodes in. And okay. Also, the creator of the manga said that he wants One Piece to go for another 10 years. I don't know how old this guy is. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He wants One Piece to go for another 10 years. I don't know how old the manga artist is, but
oh God.
I lost track.
Treasure hunt, I guess.
Jesus Christ. It needs to end already.
I thought the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise was long, with 5 movies.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, what are you even doing? Like,
but
Yeah,
they are
the
doing
last
something.
Pirates
Mhm.
movie was actually pretty good. It was better than I actually did like Stranger Tides. Everyone hated that.
yeah, I didn't mind that movie.
Yeah, it's actually
It's
pretty
weird.
good.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
hate it. It was
Yeah,
different.
I
but
thought the
liked it.
mermaid stuff was really cool.
Yeah, I actually did mind that movie.
Also, one thing that I will give Netflix credit for, because they're doing something that I agree with, which is if you're gonna take an anime with like so many episodes, why not turn it into a series instead of making like a 2-hour movie? Because in a 2-hour movie, you can't really explain much of like what the story is supposed to be in that world.
Yeah.
It's better to
True.
turn it into like a 10-episode series, 1 hour each, and then you can actually tell a lot more of the story. And so
Yeah.
That does
Maybe
make
that's why
sense.
they're trying to take a crack at Death Note again, maybe. Like,
I
and with proven showrunners.
Right. I was gonna bring up that exact same thing, Dash, because they did try this with Death Note, and they failed miserably. That Death Note live action show is actually a lot worse, in my opinion, is a lot worse than Cowboy Bebop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a movie, and and everyone was out of character. Even Willem Dafoe
L.
wasn't perfect as Ryuk, though he was great. It just
Oh yeah, Ryuk was the best thing about it. But
Yeah.
the thing about Death Note, even L came out in public. L never shows his face in
Oh
public.
yeah, and L cries. L cries. Like, they got so many things wrong. Like, Light is like a bitch that lets his girlfriend like be Kira for him.
It's true. It's true.
And then he only becomes like really light at the end of the movie where he screws her over. Like,
Yeah.
but for
He
the
is
rest of the
really
movie, he
emotional,
just acts
freaking-
like he has a conscience. Like, Light doesn't have Light is an egomaniac.
Agreed. And
Yeah. So this
thing was just horrible.
So this One Piece movie, I think we might. I think what's gonna happen is like people are probably gonna like love it, hate. It's all gonna depend on the first episode, right? First episode is gonna come out.
I'll watch it with morbid curiosity. I'll probably enjoy it more than the 5 seconds I did with Velma, because that was just the worst stuff I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have like 2 roaches. doing
Yeah,
the
but I
thing
think
in the beginning,
better
but-
than Velma is probably like very low bar.
So I think the first episode is gonna make and break the show. So if they don't capture your attention in the first episode, man, it's over. Because at least for Cowboy Bebop, people were able to stomach at least like the first 3 episodes. I lasted up to the 5th episode and then I stopped because then I just started hating it a lot. So
I actually watched the whole thing. Good Lord.
yeah, you saw Edward at the end.
Oh yeah, I saw that at the end. All right. Oh yeah, I saw him. Her. It's whatever they changed it to in the in the show. Because
I think it's a boy. It's a boy, isn't it? Edward.
Edward's a girl, but they turned him into something else in the live action.
I thought it was a boy.
No, I think Edward's a girl.
Yeah.
Oh man. But one thing for sure, I know, I'm very confident that they're gonna make one of the characters rainbow. I don't know which one, but one of the characters definitely gonna be rainbow.
Oh,
Okay.
that would be interesting. I
Yeah,
think
because-
the safer option, if they wanted like those points, would just be to create an entirely new character and just have them in for a few episodes and then just continue the story.
No, but I mean, they did it. They did it in Cowboy Bebop, where Faye was a lesbian in Cowboy Bebop, and she
They
was
changed
not
her
in the original.
sexuality. They changed her sexual. Well, I mean that show, and how did that go? Like they changed a lot of things. Like they made someone trans, even though they were just like genetically altered,
Mm-hmm.
and they were
Yeah.
forced to like into that. Like that's not being trans. Like they were forced against their will to change their gender.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about what's it? I think it was Trent, the character in Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he took like a lot of estrogen, and the estrogen gave him boobs. But he wasn't transgender. It was just like the medication he was taking or something.
Yeah.
But you go to Cowboy Bebop, and Trent is actually just a full blonde, rainbow person.
We won't speak on that. We will never
Okay,
speak
yeah.
on that show. Okay. I haven't.
And also
diarrhea
the
talk about this
original
show.
anime director doesn't like the live action.
Yeah.
Oh
Which
yeah,
I
of
always
course.
find interesting. I always find that interesting when the creators of the original thing actually comment on the live
Well,
action.
yeah.
I found it amusing because people were like, "Oh, Dante, you're just being very critical about this." Well, how about now, huh? Even the director and the creator just like, "Yeah, that show wasn't it." Not everyone is all quiet now. Yeah, well, he don't like it. Yeah, because it sucked.
Yeah,
show
it kind of
sucked.
reminds me of when George Lucas like came out against Episode 7. Oh man, that was great.
Mm.
Exactly. Is that when we say it's bad, it's like, well, how dare you say it? You're just a hater. But when the creator says it's like, well, I guess it must be true now. If you don't want to shut your ass up.
It's because for
no,
YouTubers.
Disney shut
Oh,
Lucas
exactly.
up
For
really
YouTubers,
quickly after
They don't
that.
take us seriously.
It's like, bro, I am. When it comes to anime, trust me, I love everything about it. That's why I'm hyper critical about live action stuff. I don't watch it hoping to hate it. I mean, I hope that they get it right. But if
Yeah,
they get
well-
it wrong, it is what it is. They're wrong.
Our criticism comes out of love. It comes out of love and passion. Like, we want we would like live action things to be good and maybe even an alternative. Like, I would love a good live action Naruto, but I'm trying to imagine what would have to get changed, who would they cast for what parts. It's just like and that's probably why a Naruto thing's probably not going to get off the ground. But I think it would be really cool if it could, the people that did the fan movies online.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because people on YouTube who make like fan productions on stuff do a way better job than Hollywood ever does. It baffles the hell out of me how this always happens. Like, as I follow this guy on YouTube who does like these Dragon Ball Z short films or whatever,
Mhm.
and they do an amazing freaking job. So I'm like, wait a minute, if these guys could kill it, why the hell did Hollywood give us Dragon Ball Evolution? What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, on a low
Yeah.
budget too, and it's on a low budget that they do those fan made movies.
Exactly. And they look
Yeah.
spectacular from the acting to the FX, the powers, and the cosplay. Amazing.
You want to know what it is, Dante? Is the problem is that here in America, like in Japan, like anime is like, it's acceptable for adults to also consume it. But in Hollywood, here in the West, people still kind of see it as a kids thing, like it's for kids. There's still
Right.
that stigma.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like a boomer thing or like a Gen X
Well,
thing.
it's
but
just
they
kind
still-
of like an American thing. People associate animation with classic Disney, and and so, which is actually what inspired anime. Coincidentally, was
exactly.
So people say oh, cartoons are for children, and so that's why our companies like 4Kids came. They saw oh, this could be a cool show for kids, but this. There's some stuff that I don't think will pass, and so that's how you got the anime censorship in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Mm.
censored a whole bunch of crap on.
Well,
on
yeah,
4Kids.
they were redistributing the cartoons for a different audience for kids because they didn't think adults in America would want to consume these cartoons. And now that's kind of changed because people. It changed. The anime is popular now, and we want
Yep.
we want what Japan's getting.
Oh yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about anime that I always found interesting is that I actually talked to this to one of my friends. It's like I said that anime is not for kids. Now there's definitely anime that is for kids,
Mhm.
what's it called,
Pokemon.
like Shin-chan, Pokemon, maybe Sakura Card Captors. But then you got anime like Naruto. I don't think Naruto's for kids, but in Japan, it's
Oh no,
shonen.
hell no! Naruto is more of a teenager show. More,
Yeah, it's more like for,
and that's when I started watching Naruto. Was when I was in 13, 14.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of anime is not really for kids. The select few, like you guys mentioned, Pokemon and whatnot, but a lot of it, majority of it, like Summertime Rendering, Bleach, even Yu-Gi-Oh is not really for kids because some parts of Yu-Gi-Oh gets pretty dark itself.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yu-Gi-Oh gets dark as
the
hell.
4Kids version I think is passable for kids, but
Oh, yeah, that's
I do hear they censored it a lot to get to that result. There was I mean, like, the death traps.
The Shadow Realms. People actually died. They censored the guns in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you want to go into the heavy one?
Yeah, I wanted to go about since we were talking about a little bit of Disney. So I don't know how much time you guys want to spend talking about this,
Yeah,
but I did want to go over this one.
I did do a video about this subject, and I basically just had a chuckle about it.
Yeah, so basically it says the Walt Disney Company's grooming agenda continues. Star Wars Celebration to feature panel about drag shows, right?
I think that's so weird. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's weird.
Yeah, so it's a fan-run panel, but Lucasfilm approved it. They have kind of a little bit of plausible deniability. But it doesn't help, like, the company image. Like, I don't want to get into, like, because, the whole grooming thing is very loaded right now.
Yeah, it's
like the forefront of American politics. So I definitely don't want to, like, get. But, like, I'm just saying I find it quite interesting that Disney isn't, like, backing down, and they're kind of like, they're actually being less. I made a joke that they're being less careful about their branding than me.
Yeah, no, it's true because some people are saying that Disney, they don't teach morals anymore. They kind of go in the opposite way.
Well,
yeah, I can see that. I mean, like, listen, before people come at me in the comments and whatever the case is, I don't have anything against drag shows. Never did. I never will. As long as
it's about the kids.
It's about the kids for me. Okay. Listen, I have friends who do stuff like that, and I like, bro, do you? I don't care. Listen, as long as adults doing adult stuff, who cares? It's like, what's next? You're gonna have strippers next? Might as well go to strippers and hey,
that's actually happening.
Oh God, Jesus
With kids,
Christ.
yeah, that's actually happening.
Oh.
The reason I always like talking about Disney because Disney is part of American culture. I mean, a lot of our fairy tales, we grew up with Disney, so it's such an American thing, and it's just so sad to see it kind of like go backwards and kind of like become somewhat anti-American, I guess.
Well, yeah, Disney like rebranded. It was slow. They were sneaky about it at first. They don't hide it anymore. Like, they were, I mean, like it started like in the mid like 2010s, like, like, and then like, it kind of like, I mean, I noticed it like up before like a lot of other people did. I noticed like, mostly when J.J. Abrams was like talking about gay Star Wars characters, like, and I just felt like that was like really like, that's when like I kind of figured things were like, changing with Disney.
Going downhill.
Well, I mean, not that like there can't be like, but like, to have that like, be a forefront in the discussion at the time, that just seemed like very like, I think, I mean, I guess like, the Supreme Court ruling had just like happened. So like, which I was fine with, but like, I just felt, I don't know. I think I can't really word how I don't think I can word this. Like,
you know what, man? I just think that, like I said, there should be an obvious line that we should not be wanting to cross, right? I think we all can agree with that. Dash, Andy. Yeah. It's like, when it comes to kids, there's certain things that should not be introduced to kids.
Oh yeah, like, I think that's the line that everyone, and that's why like this has gotten so heated in the political circles. Like, it's because like, people are very instinctually protective of children.
Especially
like,
mothers.
It's ingrained.
Especially mothers.
It's ingrained in people
Dash,
to protect kids.
But Dash, that's the thing. People like parents will used to turn on the TV and put the Disney Channel, and then
you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, and the Disney Channel will raise your kids. It will teach them morals back then, at least. Now, people, now that we can't trust Disney with our kids.
Right. I remember reading a comment. It was so sad, bro. When the guy said, now before when I put on anything Disney like a movie, I gotta watch it first before my kid watches it, and that's sad if you think about it. Like back then, I didn't have to do that. I just watched whatever was on TV, watch Disney movies, I watched Gullah Gullah Island, watch Barney, and no issues. Now parents are like, listen, I gotta watch it first because God knows what's gonna be on it now.
Well, they essentially make cartoons for teens with Twitter. Like the Owl House, I hear it's a good show, but it's made more so for like like the Twitter people than like it is like kids.
So someone said Disney won't change. Sun Tzu said Disney won't change not until they go bankrupt if that ever happens. You know
if you follow up Midnight's Edge, there's actually some sort of like power infighting going on within the Disney board, and like I'm not really following it, but like someone's trying to buy up a bunch of shares right now, and kind of like cause trouble for Iger, and they're trying to stop him. I'm not really following it. I don't know how much is just rumor or gossip.
I hope
they say a lot of things on Midnight's Edge.
I hope it does happen because the way Disney's going now, they're so unrecognizable compared to how they used to be, man. So,
I know. I don't know what Disney is
anymore.
Well, yeah, for one, I think like the Marvel success really like went to their head.
True. I can see that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
That's very true.
I agree. I just like, dude, guys, I have Disney Plus for free. It was given to me from the package I have, and I still to this day have not activated it. That's how much I don't want to watch. That's how much I don't want to watch Disney. I have it for free, and I don't want to watch it. I'm like, I just can't deal with the Disney drama. Like, guys,
Star Wars Visions is probably the only thing worth watching on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's true. And honestly, I know there's anime on Disney, and that was the only reason why I was kind of tempted to get Disney. But now they're putting some of the anime that was on Disney and they're putting it on Hulu. So now I'm like, bro, I don't need it anymore. I'm done. Like you can watch Summertime Render on Hulu, go watch Bleach on Hulu. So I don't need Disney anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I just wish that they would just stop with the nonsense. You know what I mean? That's just
I've been waiting and it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. I think the other companies are going to clean up their acts before Disney does. Disney is going to be like the last one to change. Though they are losing money very, very quickly.
Hey, did you heard what Disney said recently? And I actually covered this, that Disney they kind of regret buying Fox, all those Fox IPs. They regret it.
What was up with that? I saw it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. What was up with that?
I mean,
basically,
like they paid like $4 billion, like
70.
almost $70 billion for Fox just so they can get the X-Men into Marvel, and now
no way.
And other IPs too.
Yeah, and like most of them, they don't know what to do with. Like like I know, like they actually stopped some showings of some older movies in private theaters. Like they're trying to like I guess use Hulu redistribution. Some of the Fox movies end up on HBO Max. Like they'll license them out. But like they really don't know what to do with most of what they got. I mean, I did hear the new Predator movie was good.
Oh, Prey? It was pretty good.
Predator?
Yeah.
Wait, Prey?
Yeah.
That's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it was good. I don't watch
it.
Hulu because I
heard
find
the
the
opposite.
ads are annoying.
I saw it. I actually didn't mind it. It wasn't great. There are a lot of loopholes. It can tell that the way they framed it when the movie was over. There was like, yeah, she kicked the Predator's ass all by herself. No, she had a lot of help. Like she had a lot of help. It wasn't something like, oh, she just did it all on herself. She's just strong as shit. No.
But that would make it good if because that's the problem with a lot of these. Like if she's just girl boss, she does it, and that's the Rey effect.
Exactly. And it's crazy because, like, honestly, if it wasn't for all the help she got for them in the movie, she would have died like maybe at the beginning of the movie. I'm not saying she wasn't talented. Like she had a particular set of skills that kept her alive.
Yeah, that's good. Extent. So that makes her not a Rey.
No, she's not no. It's hard to explain, but that movie, I won't say it was perfect, but I enjoyed it for what it was. It didn't deserve the overhype that it got, but it was
I
good.
get it.
It was decent. I enjoyed it for what it was.
Yeah, and so, and that's Disney for you. Like now that they regret. Oh, by the way, in 2022, Disney lost 120 billion with all the crappy movies they released.
Damn.
And they bought Fox for 70 billion. So just do the math.
Yeah,
And
they've
you know,
got the lowest stock
Damn.
since the 70s. They got to like since the 70s, their stock has not been like
Yeah.
this bad.
on top of
Golly.
that, one of the most profitable parts about Disney is Disney World. But guess what? Universal Studios, they're pimping their game. They're pimping their parks.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo World is coming to Universal Studios in Orlando. That's gonna
Oh
kick
yeah,
Disney's
I can't
ass.
wait. I can't wait.
And
That looks so
and
awesome.
you know how everybody is investing into anime now? There's gonna be anime theme rights there's gonna be like an anime theme section in Universal Studios. They're adding a whole bunch of stuff. Universal, man, it's not just Harry Potter's. Now it's gonna be Nintendo. Now it's gonna be like anime stuff. It's Disney is gonna have so much competition. In the next 10 years, they're gonna be so unrecognizable. Like they're gonna lose. They will lose, my friend.
Universal is way better than Disney. Well,
Yeah,
in my
I went to
opinion.
Disney World. Trust me, it was crappy. My goodness.
Yeah,
At least for me. At least for me, it was.
Otaku. Oh, what's up, Otaku? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm interested. You know, oh man,
wait, hold on
only
a
a few
second,
more
guys. I'll
months
be right
till
back. I'll be right
till,
back,
till
guys.
Mario. That's going to be very Oh man, that is going. I'm wondering. I hope it does better than. It's going to outperform Minions too, right?
Wait, what? Wait. What's gonna outperform Minions?
Mario.
Oh, you know what, dude? Oh man, I saw the commercial and I saw they have a new trailer dropped a few days ago.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because it was just a showcase of Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I don't like Seth Rogen, but I saw it. It looks. You know what? People talk a lot of crap about Chris Pratt's Mario. I think Seth Rogen Donkey Kong was a lot worse. I was like, wait, people are mad at Chris, but like, did they hear Seth Rogen as Donkey
Well, I
Kong?
heard he just sounded like Seth Rogen.
Exactly. At least Chris Pratt, even though not so great at it, is trying to input that Brooklyn Italian accent. He's trying to.
And Jack Black, I don't know what Jack Black did. Like, I was expecting him. They could have just had him just play Jack Black with Bowser's face, but no, he's transformed himself. He has become like a king of diabolical evil.
Honestly, I think Jack Black is the best part of the trailer so far. He is killing the Bowser role. Like, he's actually very impressive. Anybody else, I'm just like,
oh man,
it's all right. But Jack Black is king. Good for him.
No, he is the standout. He's going to be the stand. We haven't seen too much of Charlie Day as Luigi, though. I do hope we get more Luigi.
Yeah, I haven't heard him as Luigi. Did I hear him as Luigi?
Well, he was in a little bit in the second trailer.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're right. Huh.
You see some animated sequence of him getting chased by like dry bones and running into some haunted areas. For Luigi's Mansion vibes.
Taco the Great said, having fun with what?
In Stroheim.
Stroheim. Okay, Jojo. Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, von Stroheim.
What's Stroheim?
Oh, he's the Nazi from part 2. He from JoJo.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he's actually from World War II. Like, because JoJo takes place just before World War II.
Oh yeah,
have you not seen JoJo?
Right.
Have you not seen?
I've seen JoJo.
Yeah. So like I haven't finished like part 3 because I think part 3 is boring, and I'm worried about jumping to other parts like part 4 or part 5.
I saw Star Ocean. It was okay. I didn't like it as much. Not gonna lie. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
So, should I jump to like part 4 if I'm not liking part 5 or 3?
yeah,
I know part 3 is like supposed to be the hype, but like I don't know. I like Hamon better than Stans.
I liked 3 and I liked 4. Which one was 5? 5 was platinum. Wait, is this? What was it? What was
Golden Wind.
Golden Wind? That one I actually did like that one a lot. I really did.
Oh, the theme is great. I love that theme. I remember the Resident Evil 8 memes that, like, for some reason all disappeared because YouTube took them all down.
Yeah,
With that Lady Dimitrescu, like, playing that theme, which she bursts in and, like, killing other characters. I love that meme, and it just, like, disappeared.
yeah. Honestly, I that was by far I think not the best one. I think it was like maybe second best. I really enjoyed it. Then it had the spin-off season on Netflix. It was like 4 episodes, I believe.
Oh, I think that was part 6.
No, not Star Ocean. They have a whole different one.
Oh,
yeah, it's like based off of a side character who draws and stuff like that. I forgot what it's called. It's pretty funny. It has like 4 episodes on Netflix. It's like a real quick watch. But yeah, I recommend it. I do.
Okay, hello. Can you guys hear me? Am I?
Oh yeah, we can hear you, man.
Okay, no, it's just that somebody was knocking on my door, so I had to go answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this because it's based on a video game, The Last of Us. Recently, it's also had a little bit of somewhat of a controversy, I guess.
Oh yeah, I saw the episode. Episode
because of episode 3. Now let me pull up the article. Hold on. Let me pull up the article because.
Yeah, was it too gay?
I mean, well, here's the thing. I think that if you did not play the game and you had no idea, maybe some people would be bothered by it. Now, according to the feedback, a lot of people actually liked the episode.
That's what I saw too.
Now, from a film directing standpoint, I think it was very well directed. Like, it was a well told story.
Of that episode were done very tastefully. I think there were some parts where they might have where they did kind of ham it up a little too much, but overall, like I got the emotional connection between the two characters, and I did actually find out that Bill is gay in the game because I haven't played the game. I ordered it; it's not coming till the 9th.
Right.
So hopefully I'll get to stream that for the channel at some point. But so I did find out about Bill, and because did any of you guys watch Synthetic Man?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, so I'm subscribed to his channel. He was complaining about the episode and just talking about how that element was done better in the game. But
yeah, because it's a game. The game it's the blueprint, and it's very rare that a TV show or a movie outperforms the original source material. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
But here's the thing. I think the main problem that people had, because you had to tell the story, and it didn't even bother me. And I'm not into those types of romance stories, but the problem was that it was too long because the episode was an hour, right? And it took like a whole 40 minutes of telling the story about these two, rainbow characters, right? And I'm like, I understand, some of the directors like to take creative freedom and explore certain things a little more, but I think it was a little too long. Little too long, right? But here's me. But you guys see that? You guys see my screen?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Yeah,
okay, so
I mean, I admit it was a little bit of a bait and switch, a very well directed bait and switch, but it did kind of
see.
There was no
says the audience. They trick the audience to elements of false advertisement. So yeah, basically, bait and switch, like you just said, Dash.
Well, Synthetic Man's comparison was it's like if someone's watching The Nanny, and then zombies came and killed the entire cast, and they called it a Halloween episode.
I see what you mean, but you know what? Because this is from my point of view, from someone who has never played the game. and I have never watched the show. Right.
Mhm.
From what I know, the characters in the game are already gay. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, okay, there's no reason for me to be mad if in the source material, which is a game, they're already gay. So it's like I don't have a reason to be mad at all. Now, I understand if people are mad because they kind of like drew out the scene. So like, okay,
Yeah, it was very long.
it's like I came to watch zombie slaying, not people fall in love. Like me personally, I don't like romance scenes. I hate the two things I hate in shows and movies: romance scenes and music scenes. I hate music scenes. I hate romance scenes. I don't hate
This episode had both.
See? Like, oh my god, I would, dude. I kid you not. The first episode of the Umbrella Academy, the last season, I literally fast forward the entire like dance scene. I hated it. I was like, people were like, oh, it's so great. I'm like, no, I didn't come to see you sing and do a little dance routine. I came to see you guys kick butt as superheroes. That is it. I don't care, you know. But as far as people getting upset about a gay scene, like if it's in the game, I can't be upset. But like I said, if it's like drawn out, oh, it's all right. I get it.
Well,
I see.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's, I mean, they
apparently,
stretch
like
it.
you
They
don't
stretch
know.
it.
Apparently, in the game, Bill's lover's already dead when you get to his house.
Yeah.
It says synthetic man ain't wrong. He does bring up some good points, though a bit complaining. I gotta watch that video then, because like I say, he may have a good point, and like Dash said it out. Like you guys, Dash
Well,
and Andy
he was
said
very hard on that episode. He was harder than me on that episode. He was like complete. He hates the show.
Oh,
and I like the show.
Damn. Okay. See now,
Oh.
I gotta get HBO Max now.
Yeah, we got a comment on this on the comment section. It says Crystal Off says they took out parts from the game, especially the school and funny moments of Ellie and Bill. Yeah. So another thing, this is happening in a lot of shows. Like, and this is why some people think that there's definitely an agenda. Is
Okay.
that they made Joel more passive and they made Ellie more aggressive.
Oh,
Like yeah, because don't get me wrong, I think the actor, although she doesn't exactly look like Ellie, I think that she actually kind of brings out the character a lot of Ellie, and that's why I like the actor. Although she kind of looks like Greta Thunberg a little more. So
she
How dare you, Andy?
How dare you?
right, but I think they made her a little more aggressive. Like, I mean, there's one scene where she stabs one of the one of the zombie people, one of the infected people.
It must be
And,
episode 2.
Yeah, it was in the third episode. It's like in the beginning. But the thing is, Ellie was not that she was not that edgy. Now she was kind of like this how do I describe her? Like, she was not edgy like that, you know. She was always
I think
she was
she
looking up to
becomes
Joel.
edgy like in the second game because of the whole revenge plot.
Yeah, in the second game, but in this one, she was always looking up to Joel. So it was really like a father-daughter story, you know, kind of. And but here they're kind of like, you know, Joel is more passive. It's like they kind of like, as some of the conspiracy theorists say, they demasculate him somewhat.
I haven't gotten that vibe.
Okay.
I haven't gotten that vibe, but you know, I haven't played the game. Maybe like, you know, they do Joel better. Like, I mean, of course, like, you know, like you said, because the game's the blueprint. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's like, but you know, as far my take on Pascal's Joel is that, like, you know, he's just very broken because of what happened to his own daughter, and like, you know, he's slowly starting to care about her.
Yeah. And that's how it is in the game. But like I'm saying, like in the HBO show, they kind of like make him more passive, right? So kind of like,
was he more aggressive in the video game?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never played a game, so I have no idea. Okay.
Yeah. Now, even in the chat, somebody said they even took out funny part from when Ellie took Bill magazine. I love that.
Yeah,
part.
that's probably how you find out he's gay.
Yeah, in the game, the way you find out that Bill's gay is like Ellie, she finds this magazine of naked men, right? naked men, and that's how they found out that he's actually, gay. So,
Oh, okay.
but in that's what I'm saying. Like in the show, they kind of stretch it out.
Oh, wow. See,
Yeah,
now
so
I gotta
it's very
watch.
different.
I gotta
Very
watch the
different.
show now. I mean, you have another one from Otaku the Great says fans were mad because it was drawn out, and the normies are mad that the fan for not praising the gay scene. Don't blame the fans. The moment with Bill and Ellie was good, and the moment in the car. Laugh emoji. Okay. I wish now. I kind of wish I did watch. I'm watching the show. I gotta probably get
Oh
HBO
yeah,
Max now.
I like it. I do like the show. It's pretty good. Like, but just be prepared that the third episode is mostly like, just expect to watch Brokeback Mountain, basically.
Okay, so I get what Otaku and you Dash are saying. So now I see why people are mad. I get it now. It's not the fact that it was a gay scene because it's already expected there to be a gay scene. It's the fact that they really like extended the scene to the point where
like the episode was about them, like over the course of 20 years. You get to see 20 years of their life together till they're like.
Yes, 20
Yeah.
years, bro. 20 years.
That makes sense now. Oh, see. All right. Thank you, Otaku, for explaining that. And Dash, you guys, I was like, all right, it makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
because
sense.
in the game, basically like the infection started like in the early 2000s, and then like 20 years later, the game, the story starts, right? So they kind of show what happened with these two, like 20 years worth of story, right?
Oh,
in
God.
basically like 40 minutes, 40 minutes of the whole
40
episode.
minits? Oh, no.
I said it earlier. It was 40
Well, it's not
minutes
like
of the
they're
whole thing.
kissing and having sex like the entire time. They cut. There's like moments where there's like talking and drama, but like it's just very drawn out, and not all of it was bad. I don't think.
No, it wasn't all bad. It wasn't.
Crystal X Oof said, I wanted to see Bill save Joel and Ellie like a badass. Oh, wow. Did that happen in the show?
No, they changed how they died, and like they
Did they die?
Spoil.
It's okay. It's okay. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I think Bill's lover hangs himself in the original game, and in this game they basically commit because the guy was dying anyway, that Bill kills himself and his lover at his request after they they have a little pretend marriage at the end, and then he's like, I'm old, let's just die. And so they go to the bed, open the window, and then just their corpses are just laying there.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, Otaku said it's like a
it gets pretty dark and kind of sad.
Otaku is funny as shit.
Wait, it's like a what?
It's the gay version of Up. I've heard people say I have to watch Up again. Like, people are comparing it to Up. I guess with the wife dies. Like, yeah, I get it.
That was funny as shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, well, I really gotta watch this thing now.
No, but you see, in the game, Bill actually helps Joel escape. He actually helps Joel. But in the show, what they did is like, Ellie and Joel, they show up to the house where Bill was living, basically, fenced in with an electric fence, and then Joel and Ellie, they just kind of like get their supplies. They get in the truck. They get in the truck and they just drive off, and then that's it.
Crystal,
so there's less action. There's less action.
I wanted to see Joel and Ellie explore the town. That's what Crystal says in the chat.
Yeah.
The thing I liked about Bill is that, they portray him as kind of like a libertarian, like possibly right-wing type of guy. Yet, he's like, he has like Garrison flag. He's got a full guns, and yet he is like gay. So it was kind of actually like a little bit of a humanized portrayal of like people that Hollywood normally hates.
It's like, look at this libertarian, maybe right winger, conservative, and he turned out to be
Conspiracy
gay.
guy.
Yeah, he conspiracy nothing, but he's gay. Oh my god, that's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because like he fences himself off. He's like he raids a Home Depot for supplies.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It was like he's got like you New World Order fucks.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh my!" He's like, it's pretty like
Interesting.
yeah. So Bill was an interesting character, and I can't wait to see how he is in the game when I play.
Very fascinating. All right.
All right, and I wanted to go on to another topic, guys. Wait, how much time have we been at it for? An hour and a half.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that's good.
yeah, I got one more.
Okay.
And then if you guys want to keep going, we can do so. So this one, hold on. This one is all right. So basically, the anime industry reveals why multiple series are suddenly going on indefinite hiatuses. Right?
Yeah, I've
it's
been
the-
hearing
the
a lot about
Ronus-
these.
It's the
Yeah.
Ronus and China.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing. So I know exactly why. I know because recently Nier Automata is on hiatus after like 2 or 3 episodes.
Mhm.
After 2 or 3 episodes, it's hiatus now, right? So what's basically happening is that some Japanese companies, they outsource animation to China, right? And as China is slowly opening because of the Rona, the infections levels over there, some companies they have to they have to completely shut down. They cannot get work done whatsoever, right? And as a result, you have a bunch of shows that they have to go on hiatus after like only 4 episodes. That's what happened with Nier Automata, right? So now we could go like another 2 maybe a couple of months without seeing another episode of Nier Automata and a couple of other titles too, right?
Oh, so they've already started airing this series.
Yeah, they like series that have already been aired. Now they can't they can't put episodes out.
Wow.
Yeah, because
that's gonna like kill
a few
momentum.
other shows are on hiatus now due to the Ronus and other factors like you just mentioned.
Is that
yeah,
Uncle
this
from
one-
Another World right there? Is that on hiatus now?
yeah, so the first series to announce such as Disrupting is in his schedule was beloved Uncle from Another World, whose production team announced September 2nd of last year that further episodes of the isekai comedy had been put on hold due to the number of people on the team infected with the new coronavirus.
A new variant.
Yeah, so apparently there's some people still getting infected in Japan and in China. So
I know it's. I had a big scare with my my grandmother. She got it for like the first time. She's okay and she's recovering, but it's sucks how like the stupid thing just keeps persisting.
yeah, and China. This is actually I wanted to talk about this because you guys planning on going to Japan anytime soon this year, next year?
Not particularly. I don't.
Actually, yes, I am in May.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing that I wanted to bring up, if you're planning to go to Japan, one of the ways that, because I went in 2019, I mean, some people say that I'm bragging, right? I went to Japan in 2019 before the pandemic, before all the craziness happened. The reason why I started saving money in 2018 to go to Japan in 2019, because in 2020 Japan was going to have the Olympics, right?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
I said, okay, it's probably gonna get expensive in 2020 because the Olympics and everything's gonna be booked and it's gonna be packed, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna go 2019. I saved up I saved like $3,000, right? And then I went, and I had a great time, right? But the reason why I found a cheap flight is because of the Chinese airlines, right? So the Chinese airlines, they help lower the prices of flights because they're just cheaper, right? So, for example, right now the tickets to Japan to go to Japan at like $1,000 or more. Like it depends on where you're flying, because if you're flying from the east side of the United States, where I live, the Northeast, it's gonna cost you like say from the New York airport, JFK, it's gonna cost you like how much? It's gonna cost you like $1,000+. When I bought it in 2019, it was $780.
Oh, wow, okay.
I kid you not. So I saved like over $200, right? So now China is trying to like get their airlines working again, traveling. They're first gonna start traveling within China, right? And then after that, they're gonna start traveling outside of China to other countries, and that's gonna help lower the flights, the cost of the plane tickets to Japan. Like a lot of people don't know that, but so if you guys want to go to Japan, I'm giving you some hints now to save money. That's how I did it.
Yeah, I've been saving money for a while now. I know it can be pretty expensive, but that's good to know. I had no idea.
Honestly, like once you get to Japan, there's many ways to like. Where are you staying at, Dante? You booked a hotel already?
No, we didn't book. It's a couple of us, but we didn't book a hotel yet. We're gonna do it
how I
as
save
soon as
money?
possible.
How I save money when I went to Japan? I stayed at a capsule hotel.
A capsule hotel?
Yeah, look up capsule hotels. $30 a night. It was actually pretty cool.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Or a love hotel. So yeah, you already know about those.
Okay, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, the thing about love hotels is that they're cheap. They're just like $50 a night, sometimes a little.
I know that they have some very interesting hotels in Japan.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so it's not just anime; it's also like flights. So I just threw that out there.
Well, I hope this doesn't start affecting games.
Well, I guess it depends. I guess certain games. But here's the thing. Even things like animation, where nowadays a lot of people are working from home with animation. This could also affect games, because if you're a programmer, you're staying at home programming and shit, doing your thing. Or if you're a concept artist working for a gaming company, I guess it really depends who gets infected in the workplace. But right now the main problem is China, because everybody's outsourcing to China.
Otaku the Great says, "Can you snag me a Mega Man Battle Network hoodie, Dante?" You know what? Hit me up on Twitter, and when I'm about to leave, we can discuss that. Yeah, but hit me up on Twitter, and then I'm leaving in May, so we can talk about that in May. We can, discuss how, if I can get it for you, I can figure out how can I can ship it to you. But yeah, I'm leaving in May, so just hit me up on Twitter, or like around April, May-ish, and
that's actually
we'll talk
a good
about
time.
it.
That's actually a good time to go.
Is it?
Yeah. And by the way, did you get the JR pass? When you get there, I recommend you get the JR pass to get the bullet train, to get on the bullet train, basically at almost no cost.
Oh, wait, do I buy it when I get there, or when I buy it here?
Well, before you could order it and they would deliver it to your house, but they stopped doing that. You have to buy it at the airport when you get there. It's like how you're staying for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 2 weeks it's like $250, and you can go on the bullet train back and forth.
Oh, interesting.
In other train lines. Yeah, like I know a lot of shit about like traveling around Japan, dude. It's yeah. So, oh, by the way, I just want to read this to you guys real quick. So it says, due to the impact of the spread of the new strain of Corona-chan on the video production schedule, we have decided to postpone the broadcast distribution of episode 4 and beyond. Wrote Studio Clover's works, right? Said next up was the animation adaptation, Yoko Taro's eponymous video game, Nier Automata. Its production team Aniplex. A1 Production informed fans of the delay. January 22nd says, due to the impact of the video production schedule caused by the spread of the Corona-chan, we have decided to postpone the broadcast distribution of episode 4. Yeah, so it's happening to a lot. It's Nier Automata, Ayakashi Triangle 2. It's a lot of them.
Yeah,
Ayakashi Triangle. And so we're probably not going to get any more of those episodes until months later. But they said it's supposed to get better like by the summer.
Yeah. Right? So keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully. Because I wanted to go back to Japan, but this year, but instead I'm moving. I'm moving to a new address this year.
Oh, nice.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
cool.
gonna get that out of the way first, and then probably go 2024.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, with some family and friends. I
Cool.
still want to go back to Japan. It's yeah. But yeah. So your favorite anime could be delayed. I actually made a video about this. I think in the very beginning of January, right?
Mhm.
And it actually came true. And some people were saying that I was bullshitting.
As always, yeah, you have
Yeah,
naysayers.
but here's the thing. You know what? You know the funny thing about being a YouTuber is that when you do this long enough, if you're like Yellow Flash and Geeks and Gamer, when you do this long enough, you can see the bullet coming. You
Yeah.
start to develop these psychic powers. Like I know what's gonna happen, and then it
Right.
freaking does.
You're gonna get some kind of heat or backlash for something you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to wait things out. I try not to make any like bold predictions, unless like they're like logical.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because I'll like the whole like Doomcock thing. Like he predicted Kennedy would be out, and he was wrong, and he, it really blew up in his face. Like and Geeks and Gamers and Yellow Flash, they've made predictions and they've got it wrong and had to backtrack a couple of times. I just don't want to be in that position where I have to like. Well, actually, no, I guess I kind of was already in that position because I made fun of the Dead Space remake and I predicted that it was going to be like woke, and it kind of was.
You
But
weren't
people
wrong.
enjoyed the game.
You weren't wrong
People
about
enjoy
that.
the game, though. That's the thing. So, like, people are still mad at me for that video.
I mean, listen, they can be mad, but like, I saw the video and like, yeah, you weren't wrong. I saw like pictures and stuff like that, and I'm just like, wow, okay. I mean, I'm sure people are gonna enjoy it regardless of what happens, but like,
yeah, I mean,
Well,
like,
you're not
you
always
can't
gonna
say
be
they
right.
didn't make changes. You can't say they didn't like edit things.
yeah, because they definitely did. Oh yeah, and yeah,
But
we're
you're not
always
gonna be right
right
all the time.
Yeah, we're gonna
Like,
make mistakes.
like I mean, I listen to Yellow Flash and Geeks and Gamers, and they've been wrong. They've been wrong a couple of times, but for most of the times, like a lot of the shit that they say is true, right? Especially Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He's usually right about a lot of things.
Yeah. Jeremy, what do you call it? Vera is typically right. She definitely is on point. What is this guy's name? Clownfish are pretty on point too.
Oh yeah, Clownfish is very on top of it, and they've actually been getting really better. Like their coverage has been getting a lot better lately.
But the thing about Clownfish is that we're YouTubers, right? But Clownfish, they've actually worked in the field, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
for Disney
true.
and stuff like that.
And I've actually relate to Neon a lot because Neon worked in the comic book industry. Although I did not work in the comic book industry, when I was in high school, I was getting ready to go to animation school, and then I found out about all the horrors of going of being an animator. Especially Japanese animators, even here in America.
Yeah, animators get underpaid like real bad.
Yeah, so I learned the horrors and the hours. You'll be working 80 hours a week as an animator. I'm glad I didn't go.
No, you're right. Like I went to my initial degree in school was graphic design, so I can animate stuff, and I tell you how hard that was.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was hard.
I was computer animation. I wanted to get into gaming or possibly even like film, and but that's how I got like a lot of my editing skills which I'm using now.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So but the Clownfish TV, they worked in the field. Neon was a comic book artist. He knows the harshness of being a comic book artist and all the bull crap that happens there. They've also worked for Disney. So they say they go a lot to Disney World, so that's why they're always talking crap about Disney, like I am.
Yeah. Daily dose of Dismal
Disney. Yeah.
Dismal Disney. Yeah.
I actually do enjoy those segments. Not gonna lie.
I like hearing about Disney's misadventures.
Mhm.
It's funny, it's more fun. It's more entertaining than their movies.
Yeah, I actually gotta agree.
I know, right? Isn't that funny? Like the Disney drama's more entertaining than their freaking movies
It's very
nowadays.
sad. It's so sad. It's a sad reality.
Yeah, but the Clownfish TV, and they be Clownfish TV. They're because they've been in the industry. They actually have friends that still work in the industry. Like when the whole remember when the He-Man cartoon came out, was about to come out.
Oh yeah, they were on top of it. They were completely on top of it, and then Kevin Smith lied about it.
Yeah, and then Kevin Smith was like attacking them on Twitter and crap. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was that was so stupid to do because they were right and they didn't change it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True.
So yeah, well,
right.
and also like once you once you just keep doing this, like I've been just looking at charts and looking at stocks, like from companies Disney, Netflix, and all this. Like once you start looking, the more you look at this data, once you get enough data, you kind of start you're able to predict things a lot more, right? And although you're not always, I'm not always right about my predictions, but it's like 9 times out of 10, like when the writing's on the wall with all the information you've gotten, it's like you just see it coming, right? Like all the layouts of animation. Like I mean,
there's been a lot lately.
Yeah, like all the cut-ups, like all the animation projects they've been canceling. I've been, I like around the same time that Clownfish was talking about that, I was saying, okay, they're probably gonna start cutting off, American shows, right? So as a result, that's exactly what happened. Last year in 2022, look at all the animation they cut. It's been from the summer to like the end of 2022, but they kept anime. They kept anime. All the anime projects are still going strong.
HBO Max didn't. They sold the Crunchyroll to Sony, which was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
And now that now Sony has like a monopoly on like anime streaming, outside of Netflix, and now like HBO Max has like now they're cutting animation, so now like HBO Max, like all they have is the DC stuff.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys, somebody said Puss in Boots 2 was actually good.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
I have a friend who went to see it today, and it was actually they said it was actually good.
Yeah,
I might just watch it. I might watch it.
Yeah. Don't watch my video on it. Like I think I told you this last week when Andy. Don't watch my video. It spoils the movie.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're about to come to the end of the show. Any last words, guys? Anything on your mind?
Sorry. I think I had to go get some water. No. Disney fell off. Disney fell off hard. Disney lost the magic. Yeah, they did. They definitely lost. They lost the magic. They lost everything. But yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing else, guys.
Yeah, I got nothing either.
Yeah, I pretty much talked about all the things that I wanted to say. All right, so if you haven't already, guys, make sure to subscribe to Andy Matrix right here on the channel. Make sure to subscribe to Dash Attack, makes really cool content. Make sure to subscribe to Dante. He makes really cool, really killer content too about censorship and calling out localizers, shit like that, right?
Yeah, controversial topics.
Right, so
localizers and censorship.
Yeah, I do a lot of gaming stuff.
Yes, I live stream. I've been live streaming Hi-Fi Rush. If you guys are interested in that, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're into gaming, subscribe to Dash. So that's gonna be it for tonight's show, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and this is your boy Andy Matrix. Godspeed, everybody, and good night.
Good night, folks.
Good night.